good evening from the Contemporary Resort. We are walking in because we have a very special Valentine's Day date tonight. We're headed to Steakhouse 71. We're gonna try some delicious food, and then we have a Magic Kingdom reservation. We're gonna go over and we're gonna ride a few rides. Jackson wanted to ride the, what did you want to ride tonight, buddy?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, he told me earlier that he wanted to ride the race cars, the Tomorrowland Grand Prix, and who knows what else we'll ride. The world is our palm tree. I'm excited for dinner though. Jen's already inside, she checked us in, and we're walking up to the restaurant now. Alright, we're headed into Contemporary, and I've said this before, but Steakhouse 71, straight back in the lobby. Straight back to the back right there. Alright, there she is. We found Jen.
I ran inside really quick just to check in to get our table, and I can't explain to you how excited I am to eat here tonight because we've eaten here, but we've always taken it to go back to our room.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see like how it is actually in the restaurant. And of course I scoped out the menu just to see what I was gonna order tonight, and there's so many good things.
Right.
I feel like this is another one of those places where you could just order appetizers.
Oh.
Like all the appetizers look amazing.
Okay.
They have the classic bacon and eggs.
That's good.
They have a French onion soup that looks really good, some salads that look really good, crab cakes. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna get.
Ooh.
I know.
I know what I'm gonna get.
What are you gonna get?
Bacon and eggs.
Oh, are you?
And steak. First ride of the night. Gonna take the escalator up and then back down. Right, bud? Whee! Big jump. Boom! Alright, then we'll go back down. I wanted to show off the waiting area here in Steakhouse 71 because it is cool. Like, I would live in a house like this. Also, it seems I've arrived in time to correct a bit of misinformation. This is not Mary Blair, this was the first female Imagineer. I wanted to give you guys a look at the dinner menu. Ooh. Yes, chopped salad. Where's my bacon and eggs? That's what I'm gonna get. Oh yeah, bacon and eggs. Then I'm gonna get the filet. We're gonna compare it to Topolino's. And then you get one side and one sauce. And then, oh, we got sustainable fish, chicken, and vegetable Wellington. I've heard the vegetable Wellington is good. And then Jen asked, she said, can you guys do the burger at dinner? And they said, he goes, we can do the burger.
I feel like I've been craving burgers, which is so...
What do you mean?
How very TimTracker of me. I kind of want to do like the burger and a steak and split them. You don't want to do that?
Okay.
What do you want?
No, that actually sounds kind of good.
What do you want, a steak?
Yeah, I want to split the burger though. Because I kind of wanted the burger too.
What steak were you looking at?
The filet.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Oh, you did it! Wow.
I made it, Daddy.
You mazed it? That's amazing.
You're so corny.
What?
Get it like maize?
Oh.
Corn?
Okay.
Yeah.
That was complex. So yeah, I do want a half burger, half steak.
What steak were you looking at?
The 6-ounce filet. Is there a bigger one?
I don't think so. They have I was looking at like the prime rib.
Oh.
How do you think that is?
I don't want the prime rib.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, let's do the filet.
Okay.
What kind of side would you get?
Au gratin potatoes?
Yeah.
I think I would get the au gratin potatoes. What do you want, the broccolini?
Well, somebody said who was it? Somebody said the macaroni and cheese was really good.
Oh yeah, somebody did say that.
But you don't like pasta.
That's true.
Alright. But I did see somebody...
Macaroni.
You need some macaroni? Maybe we'll get a side of macaroni. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. But as we were walking in, somebody had the French onion soup, and it looked amazing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I gotta look at all these appetizers.
Mama, what's macaroni look like?
It looks like macaroni.
We didn't see it on the way in. We just saw the soup. I don't think anybody has it within our we'll just order it, buddy,
Yeah,
okay? And then we'll see it
order
when it comes to the table. It took about 3 seconds for Jackson's food to get out.
I gotta cut them up for you.
Look at those french fries and that burger, and you got some grapes in here.
I'll cut them up, buddy.
Will you try your burger?
What are these?
So let me show it to you.
Yeah, let me see the burger. Oh, high quality. Look at that.
I mean, kids love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll like it. I'm just gonna smush it down a little bit for him.
Ooh, we got the brioche rolls. I think they're potato rolls. You guys taking selfies over
I
there?
was trying to take a nice Valentine. Look at you. I was trying to take a nice Valentine's Day picture, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Sea salt dusted potato brioche with butter and tomato garlic spread for $12. A little sprig of rosemary on the top. I didn't even see the butter. It's got a 71 on it.
I mean, that alone is worth the price.
Wow.
Oh, I can imagine. Were you able to want any fries? I don't love that.
No.
The butter's where it's at.
Yeah. This is the bacon and eggs. It is maple lacquered pork belly, smoked cheese grits, and the perfect egg. And that was $15. Jen got the French onion soup, which is rich beef broth, crouton, and gratinée cheese.
I can't even cut, it's so thick, I can't even cut through it.
Is it the crouton or just the cheese?
The crouton too.
Can't even keep it in frame.
You missed my cheese pull.
I saw your cheese.
How dare you?
Look at how Jackson's amazed by it.
You want to feed me? This is a messy one.
This is the 6-ounce filet mignon. It was $38, and I got the béarnaise sauce, and the potatoes all gratin. Pretty great. Béarnaise sauce is a sauce made of clarified butter emulsified in egg yolks and white wine vinegar and flavored with herbs. It is widely regarded as the child of hollandaise sauce. And I ordered this medium. It looks pretty darn good right there. And then Mommy got the stack burger.
Oh, the plate is really hot.
Look at this burger. Yes.
Yeah,
Got some mac and cheese and some fries.
Well, the mac and cheese is for Jackson. It's not for me.
So the stack burger is the signature beef blend, pork belly, American cheese, lemon aioli, red onion, house-made pickles on a brioche bun. Ooh, and that burger was $21. Oh my, that looks amazing.
It's yours.
See if you guys have a little bit close-up view of this 5-cheese macaroni and cheese. He kept saying the names of the cheeses, but he said them so fast. All we got was smoked Gouda, provolone, Parmesan cheddar, and one more, Gruyere.
And there's even like crunchy cheese on top, like powdered cheese.
Oh, like Cheeto dust.
But like more fancy.
For Valentine's Day, they have some special stuff happening here at the Contemporary. You got Cupid, or they got Disney couples match game, Cupid's party games, Valentine's bingo, Mickey tie-dye. What's the, oh, Romeo and Juliet. We are all done with dinner, and now walking over to Magic Kingdom.
We're just gonna do one quick ride.
One quick ride, and we'll probably see fireworks too.
Yeah, at least
Depending
some
on
of
how
them.
long the ride lasts. Everybody's headed in to see the fireworks, and we're headed into Tomorrowland Grand Prix.
So I just want to mention, there was a lady behind us, because the lines were long to get in. There was a lady behind us who was like, get me inside, I have to pee right now. And I have never related to a person more in my life. So you know.
Always happy when this little bypass is open next to Tony's Town Square. Oh, what a perfect place to eat Valentine's Day dinner with Lady and the Tramp on the window there. Look at that.
How many people do you think are going to reenact?
Oh, yeah, they have a spaghetti kiss.
How many people?
6. Heading through Tomorrowland Terrace, where they are having the after party or the fireworks dessert party. Let's see if Stitch will say something to us. I don't know if my magic band is charged. Nope, I shook it. Oh, there he goes.
Meet new friend. Be happy too.
Stitch was happy to meet a new friend. Into Tomorrowland. We're going to ride Tron. No, just kidding. We're not.
Yeah.
You know that that's the ride that I've ridden most in 2023?
Is it really?
Yeah. Alright, we're over here at Tomorrowland Speedway. Looks like it's a very short wait. I like that. Alright, bud, you ready? Yeah? Woo! Let's do it. So tell me something, Jackson. Are you excited?
I say that.
Alright, back at it once again on the racetrack. Bouncing a little bit more than last time. Last time you were so good at just driving this car straight. Now we're bouncing around all over the place. This car must be a little bit different. Whoa! Alright, we adjusted our hands. Now we're smoothing out. Nice and easy. Woo! What a good addition to Tomorrowland right there. It looks great. Whoa! 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 Oh, you see the roller coaster? There it is. Oh, this is my first time riding with the walls down. Wow, that looks really nice. Kind of bouncing around a little bit this time, buddy. Yeah, still have to admit, he's doing pretty good. What'd you think? You loved it? You won? Nice. Look at, as we're passing by where they do the Tomorrowland dessert party for the fireworks, they got hearts made out of lights up there.
right, so sorry for that very abrupt ending to our Valentine's Day evening date dinner fun. I am in the filming room. We're doing some work in the filming room, so sorry, I know it's kind of a mess back there, but we're still working on this room. But I just wanted to also mention that I did notice the audio stuff that was going on in this video. So the microphone that we were using, we think that the cord that connects the microphone to the actual camera was going bad. So sometimes when we would move the camera a certain way or the mic a certain way, it would just kind of like make the audio a little bit fuzzy and a little bit crackly, and I definitely noticed that in the video, so I'm so sorry about that. But we got a new cord, so future videos should hopefully not sound like that. And I know that it wasn't every clip, but it was a little bit jarring, so I just want to let you know. I do know that that was happening, super sorry, but we got it fixed. The other thing that I wanted to mention too, because we forgot to say it in the video, but the food at Steakhouse 71 was so delicious. I think that the French onion soup, definitely should get that if you're interested in French onion soup. It was so, so good. That brioche bread, although it was a little bit pricey for what you get, it was so delicious. The butter was really great on it, but I don't know if I recommend the tomato garlic spread. It was a little bit too sweet and vinegary for my flavor like palate. I didn't love that. But the butter on the bread was fantastic. Tim did say though that the steak that we had at Topolino's Terrace, the filet there, was actually better than the steak that we had at Steakhouse 71. So, I don't know. You have to let us know what you think if you've had both. I really, really love that burger though. I think that the burger tasted better than the steak to me. I highly recommend getting the burger. You can get it for dinner, which is great to know. The French fries were super crispy, delicious. The mac and cheese was really good, very creamy. I like the little crunchy kind of like powdered, I don't know what that was on top. It was like a powdered cheese almost. It wasn't breadcrumbs, it was cheese, but it was really nice. Added like a nice texture element. So yeah, everything all around was really good. We did not end up getting dessert. That was the one thing we didn't get while we were there, but next time we go, we'll definitely have to try some of their desserts. So that kind of concludes the Valentine's Day evening portion of this video, but we also filmed a pregnancy update the following morning. We had kind of like a rough morning, so we just wanted to share with you sort of what happened the next day after Valentine's Day. So we're gonna go straight into that update now.
Good morning.
Isn't it good morning? So today, we weren't like planning on doing an update video because we just did one, but we had like a super rough morning. Sorry if we look like a hot mess, it's because we are. So this morning was, I woke up, I had we thought that we were having, I don't even know how to start this video. So basically what happened was last night, I woke up in the middle of the night, like around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I still don't know exactly what time it was, but I woke up in the middle of the night. I had to go pee. Like when you're pregnant, you pee, at least I do, at least like 4 times a night. So I'm not getting like the best sleep and I'm just constantly going to the bathroom. It's just being pregnant. That's just part of it. So I got up in the middle of the night, I went to the bathroom, I peed, and then I like kept peeing. It was like not a normal amount for me. And so I felt like something was wrong. So with my pregnancy with Jackson, my water didn't break. They broke my water because I was induced. So right. I was brought into the hospital, they broke my water. So I never got to feel like what that feels like. I still don't know when your water breaks, how that feels. So I thought like, did my water just break? Because it was, I peed.
Like a lot of pee, right?
Well, no, I peed and then like, I peed again. But it was like, I was like, was that my water breaking? Because it just felt weird. I don't know, it didn't feel normal to me. So I sat there and I kind of thought about it and I was like, no, I think I don't think my water broke. Yeah. And I like Googled it and it was like, if like a very small percent of people's water breaks when they're actually like going to the bathroom.
Right.
So I was like, okay, my water probably didn't break. That's probably not what happened. So I went back to sleep and then I woke up in the morning. It was like what time was it? 6:30?
6:30, yeah.
I got up, I went to the bathroom again and I just felt like I came out of the bathroom and I looked at Tim and I was like, does my belly look smaller?
Right.
And I felt different. It didn't feel normal, like how I normally have been feeling. And so I felt like my belly was smaller. It felt like more hard almost. And I was having less pressure because I felt like my belly was smaller.
Right. Like you almost felt lighter.
Yeah. And I literally was like, does my belly like look smaller? Does it look different? I feel like something is wrong. And then the baby wasn't moving, and he moves so much. Like he's such an active baby. And so I just felt like, I think we need to go to the hospital. I just want to double check. So I Googled, which I don't recommend like just like Googling stuff when you're pregnant. It's just always scary. So I Googled, you know, like what if my water broke, and how long is the baby okay without like the water? You know what I mean? Like without the fluid. Yeah. And so it was all of these sites were like, if your water breaks and you leave it for like a long period of time, but they didn't really specify like how long is long, but it could cause an infection with the baby, but also could lead to like a fatality, which is really scary. So I immediately started freaking out, and I was like, I think we need to just go to the hospital. I just want to make sure everything's okay. And so we got up. Jackson was already like in our bed, and we got up and we just like quickly got dressed and like went to the hospital just to double check. The baby, I did feel the baby move a little bit in the car on the way to the hospital, but it wasn't like his normal, like he's just very active. I mean, he just moves all the time. I can see my belly moving, like he's just a very active baby. But he hadn't moved like how he normally does that whole morning. So I just got scared. So we went to the hospital. We went to the emergency room. They took me right up to the labor and delivery floor, and they set me up on the monitor, like the sound, the fetal, like the heart monitor, like right away. And so we heard the baby's heartbeat, and I could hear him moving, like the movements, those like whooshing sounds, and everything was okay. Like and my blood pressure was okay, but they wanted to just make sure, you know, that I was still had like the amniotic fluid. So they did the fluid test, which is basically like they take like a Q-tip sized probe, and they just test to see if there's amniotic fluid, like in, you know, like outside of the baby, basically. Right. And so that came back negative. So they did discharge me from the hospital, but it was just like a super scary morning. I was, like, I don't know. I was like crying, and you know, I saw 3 different nurses. The first nurse kind of like laughed, and she's like, "You're fine. Like she said, I've seen people who have had their water break and they didn't come in for like 48 hours, and like their baby was fine. They were fine." Which honestly made me feel bad. Yeah. Like I didn't like feeling like I was being silly, like overreacting.
I don't think that you can overreact when it comes to a pregnancy.
No, and I think it's just, I know they see a lot of stuff, and I'm sure that was just her genuine reaction was just like, I see this all the time, like you're fine. But for me, this has never happened to me before, so I didn't feel fine. Right. And then the second nurse was a little bit better, a little like more warm. But then the third nurse was the one who really made me feel good. She was the one that was like, hey, like, it's good that you came in. Like, you know your body. Like, if you feel like you need to come in, come in. We'd rather you come in than not come in. And like, you're not silly for coming in. And so I felt much better by the end of it. We were there until 9 o'clock. So we got there at like 7. We were there till 9. And it was all very quick. Like, they definitely did everything as fast as they could, which made me feel really good. And it was a good test run, basically. Yeah, like a dry run. Yeah, quote unquote dry run. Right. Yeah. So, because, you know, Jackson was with us. We ran up to the hospital. We got there like as fast as we could. I didn't have my go bag just in case I was going into labor. And also to clarify, I didn't feel any contractions, like there was no pain or anything like that, but I just felt like, did my water break? And if it did break, what's gonna happen to the baby?
Like, what do you do?
Yeah, and that was the other thing that was kind of weird too, is that because I felt like lighter, I felt less pain. So I felt literally, not only did I not feel contractions, but I felt better than I've ever felt, because I felt like I had lost some of the like mass of my belly. Right. And so I felt less pressure on my like pelvic area, my legs, my hips and stuff. So it was just such a weird feeling.
Right.
I just felt like something was wrong. So yeah, so then immediately after that, after we were discharged from the hospital, I actually had my 36-week appointment, and the doctor checked again, like my actual OB, she checked, and she's like, you know, I'm glad you went to the hospital, you know, I'm glad everything's okay. And I was fine.
Yeah.
Everything was fine. Like I had she did measure my belly, and she did say that I was measuring at 34 weeks. So he must have moved. I think
he has to have, because last week you were measuring at 36 weeks.
Yeah. So because currently I'm 37 weeks tomorrow.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know why, but they do your appointments like a week behind.
I think it's just the timing for us.
Well, I think it's also like your insurance isn't going to pay for it if you do it like too early.
Right.
So, but yeah, so the time, that's just how it worked out timing wise. Yeah. And, but yeah, I'm measuring at 34 now, meaning he's shifted.
Yeah. And your baby belly is smaller.
Well, it's not only that, but a lot of you guys in, I don't remember which video it was. It was either the pop stroke, the golf video, or the one before that. But you guys were saying how it looks like my belly has dropped.
Yeah.
And I can't, because I see it every day, I don't see that like progression. But yeah, so I think he definitely has like shifted down.
Right. And I think it changed this morning too.
Yeah.
I think the shape of your belly changed this morning.
Yeah, it's more kind of like this way.
Yeah, it's more pointy as opposed to wide.
Yeah.
Which to me means that because before he was head down, butt to the left, feet to the right.
Yeah.
And I think he might have turned so that he is like locked and loaded.
I think he is.
Like ready to.
Yeah, I think so. He's ready to just torpedo right out of there.
Yeah.
But everything's okay. I don't know. I wanted to talk about it because this is what happened this morning, and this is like new for us. And you know, if this is something that you're going through, I want to make sure that like you know that you're not the only one going through it, and it's okay to like freak out and go to the hospital if you feel like you need to go to the hospital. Like, please don't, disregard your feelings.
Right.
I'm glad I didn't, but I also feel like I do feel kind of silly because.
Well, I don't think you should feel silly because every time that we've ever talked to anybody, that's like, you've never felt your water break. Like, what is that like? They're like, well,
nobody can explain
kind of, and sometimes it's just like a gush, but not always a gush.
They're like, you'll know, but I just like, will I know? I don't know, because I don't know.
So that to me says that there are tons upon tons of people that experience this exact same thing, because nobody can explain what it feels like.
Right. Yeah.
And so literally everybody that has never had their water break is like, I don't know.
Well, and I have Googled it. Like, what does it feel like? And it just, all of the answers are kind of like, it's just a gush of water. But is it like, or a gush of fluid, I guess. But is it like, but it's not like peeing. Because there's no pressure. You're not pushing it out. It just falls like out of your body, basically.
I want to see a video of it. Is there a video of that somewhere?
I absolutely do not want to see that.
Well, I just want to see the amount of water there is.
Well, yeah. So I've talked to people who said, it's like they've had a whole bunch gush out, like 2 or 3 cups, at one time. But then I've talked to people who had like just a very slow, leak. It just very slowly leaks out.
Sprung a leak.
Yeah. So I think it's different for everybody, and that's what the doctor said. It's different, for everybody. So it was hard for her to even explain it to me.
The thing that the doctor said that I think, in my opinion, and I know that I don't have an opinion in this matter.
You can.
I can, but like I'm not a lady.
Right.
I don't give birth. But she said, she kept using the word, after your water breaks, there will be a constant trickle.
Yeah, like it would keep going. It's not like when you go to the bathroom, when you pee, there's like a definitive end to your pee.
Right.
But with your water breaking, that's not always the case. Like you'll still have some coming out after the initial gush.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I'm just like waiting for that to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen with this pregnancy. But then another thing I wanted to talk about just really quick too is in the last video, I talked about how, I don't remember which video it was, so I can't link it because I don't know which one. But I talked about how I was probably going to be induced. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people from the UK, they were like, that's such like a strange thing for me to hear, because I guess over there they don't do that.
Oh, really?
They don't like induce you. You just like have your baby when you're supposed to have your baby.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to explain that, because a few people also said, are you having complications? Is that why they're inducing you? And I'm not having any. This pregnancy has been pretty much like a very healthy pregnancy, like no issues. My blood pressure is totally fine. I didn't have gestational diabetes. The baby is in a good position. I didn't have partial previa like I did last time. Everything was like fairly, you know, quote unquote normal, like as normal as it can be.
Right.
And so what my doctor said is that because of my age, they don't like you to go past your due date.
Right.
So they will induce you on your due date usually. But then when we went to the doctor today and I talked to my actual like OB, she was like, do you want to be induced?
Yeah.
You know, we kind of had that conversation, like, is that something you want to do? And I told her, I said, I think I want to just let everything go naturally, but I don't want to go past my due date too much.
Right.
I think I would be okay going like 4 or 5 days past my due date, but I don't think I want to go much farther than that.
Yeah, our doctor said if you're due on a Thursday, the latest we would go is Monday.
Right. So I think that's kind of my birth plan right now is I would like to go to my due date, but I would just like for him to come out when he's ready. So I don't think I'm going to be induced unless I have to be, like unless he's, you know, going way past my due date.
You know what? And this is just me brainstorming.
Okay.
Here. What if the doctor took one look at, because before she's like, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out when we're going to induce you. But then today she asked, do you want to be induced?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if she looked at your belly and was like, oh, the baby dropped. The baby's probably coming soon. Like, we don't have to worry about this induction thing. That baby's going to come out.
Well, she did say, yeah, she's like, you know, he's sort of like getting into position.
Yeah.
So, and I will know next week is when I have my ultrasound. That's my 37-week ultrasound. So next week I'll have a even better idea. But
it just seemed like last time she's like, all right, let's do it. Let's get that baby out of there. But this time she's like, we'll figure that out. Don't worry. This is not an enclosed conversation.
Yeah.
Meaning that maybe she's like, that baby's coming real soon. We don't even have to worry about this induction date thing.
Right. Yeah, it kind of did seem like that. Sorry, he's got the hiccups because the other thing, well, because we had a rough morning. It was just a super rough morning. We went to Dunkin' Donuts.
Right. And we thought, let's treat ourselves to Dunkin' Donuts. And it turns out the Dunkin' Donuts breakfast, I'm gonna hurt some feelings here. Dunkin' Donuts breakfast was not good.
No, it tasted like the oven that they put it in, the little toaster.
Yeah, like quick oven toaster thing.
Yeah, it just tasted like burnt and weird, but it wasn't burnt. It just tasted burnt. I don't know.
Like, it tastes like the paper that they cook it on or whatever.
I don't know how to explain it. I'm sure you guys know if you know. Do you know what I mean?
Like a hotel breakfast.
Yeah, it was not great, but it definitely felt nice to just go to Dunkin' Donuts after such a like traumatic morning.
It did have a brownie batter donut, which was pretty good. They do okay with their donuts. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're going, go for just the donuts and then go somewhere else for like actual breakfast and actual coffee. That's just my opinion.
That's just my opinion.
And when that's what we did, we went to Starbucks to get our coffee.
We had to hide our Dunkin' Donuts order.
I put the Dunkin' Donuts like down on the floorboard and I was like, what Dunkin' Donuts?
I was like, we're just here to have coffee.
But I really wanted to just update you and let you know what happened this morning and that everything's okay. And it was a lot. It was a lot. So I think what's going to end up happening is I'm just going to really take it easy from here on out. So I don't think that I'm going to be going to like the parks. I'm not going to be walking around Disney World anymore. I think this is it. That last night, which was Valentine's Day, I think that was it for me. And I'm just gonna really, really try to take it easy. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. But the baby's fine. His heartbeat was great. He's moving around. I'm gonna continue to do the
kick count.
Yeah, the kick counts. So for 2 hours, you lay down on your side and you need to have at least 10 movements. And that can be like big movements like kicks. It can be hiccups. It can be just any kind of movement. So I'm gonna be sure to do that to make sure that the baby's still doing okay.
With this baby, I think you'll be done in 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's even moving right now. But it was just this morning when I woke up, my belly felt like less full. It felt kind of hard. I could feel him like, I don't know if you can see, but I could feel him just kind of here. This is like where he was. He was just laying here which is much lower than he had been laying, and it just kind of felt like a rock because there was no movement.
Right.
And it really scared me. Like, it was just a really scary feeling because I felt like if something was wrong, that it was my fault, because I went to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I Googled, like, what happens if my water breaks? Do I need to go to the hospital, like, right now? And then I just kind of took it as, when it said, like, no, your water probably didn't break when you went to the bathroom, like, there's such a small percentage of that happening. I just thought, okay, I trust this and I'll go back to sleep.
Right.
And then I felt like when I woke up and he wasn't moving, it just really was hard for me because I felt like that's my fault. So it was, I don't know, it was just rough. It was a rough feeling to feel like I did something wrong.
But you didn't.
No, and I think going to the hospital was definitely the right thing to do. So that is what happened today. There's my pregnancy update. Baby is fine, I'm fine. Everything looks good, but I just wanted to let you guys know what happened. So thank you guys so much for being a part of our pregnancy journey. And like I said in the update, everything's okay, I'm okay, baby's okay. It was just kind of a scary morning, and because I had never experienced that feeling before, I just didn't know. I don't know, I'm very happy that we went to the hospital and had everything checked out and that everything ended up being okay. I definitely think that it's better safe than sorry. If you're, having similar thoughts and you think like, should I go to the hospital? I think you should listen to your body, like I said, and do what you think is best for you and your family and the baby. So I'm glad that we did go to the hospital, but I'm also glad that we found out that everything was fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here with us during our Valentine's Day evening and also during our pregnancy update the next morning. I hope that you had a happy Valentine's Day. If you didn't celebrate, I hope that you had a happy, what day of the week was that? Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. Yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Why do I never know how to end these? With that being said, we are off and we'll see you guys tomorrow. But also thank you guys so much for watching. But we'll see you tomorrow, and now it's time to pay the price.